Alrighty, welcome to the Hamlin Conservation Advisory Board minute. Meeting. Cheryl. Oh,
Ron Westcott.
here.
Jimmy Clark here. Steve Rutherford.
Here.
Terry Whipple. Here. Scott Martin.
Here. Okay, thank you. First order of business is the, exits are on either end of the building, going from left to right. Handicap is on the right-hand side, and there is an AED, machine right across the hallway. We have, please turn your cell phones off for the duration of the meeting. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes? And are there any additions or corrections to the meeting? Hearing none, can I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Move second that we accept the minutes. Cheryl, can you poll, please?
Rob Westcott.
Yes.
Jimmy Clark. Yes. Steve Rutherford.
Yes.
Terry Whipple. Yes. Scott Martin.
Yes.
Alrighty. That takes us right into reports with Ms. Janine Cloud.
And I have a report from the planning board meeting on Monday, October 6th. There was one public hearing, and it was on paving parks with horses at 3022 Brick Schoolhouse Road. Folks there wanted to operate a RV zoning district. They still have not mentioned that the planning board deems is necessary. Since they're looking for a special use permit, and they're going to be having the public come in, and we need information about parking, the driveway, the paddock and stable area. I have some photos that I could share, but there's a concern that the pond right behind the dwelling. Caroline did on the pictometry type websites show that it's the edge of the marine is only less than 6 feet from the pond. And there's also information comes in, this has been tabled probably until December. On the agenda, there was a bylaw re-signing at 1410 Roosevelt Highway, and there were no concerns with that, so that. Agenda is a sketch plan for Denali Excelsior, 2865 Roosevelt Highway. Turn, I have some pictures of that I can share with you in the original discussion. There is a federal wetland on the property. And I was going to look at it before the meeting, but I couldn't figure out right now. It was a had to purchase from Tots supermarket. And I didn't want to walk across people's property, so, I just could not, have a chance to do a site plan. But until things are staked out there, then I'm not sure if I do anything.
It's directly behind the place.
Pretty much.
And this is like right there.
Oh, so there's a right of way.
Yeah.
I got you. I got it right here.
This is good. And that's the way we do it. Marriage, 750 Martin Road. They called it a property marriage, but it started with 2 parcels and it's still ended as 2 parcels. I think this is one, but the property line had adjusted. Which you remember that we thought was not good, property line. So that was a good. Conservation corridor development was next on the agenda for Pam Chambliss at 7874 Depot Drive. And, it's just a question of removing some steps on the side of the house, and building a little more of a deck before it was supposed to come around before we go down the steps. And also replacing the deck boards from the front water side deck. The neighbor's gonna be doing. Next on the agenda was a conservation corridor development permit for 7122 Tucker Lane. This applicant wants to build an 8-foot stone brick, stone abutments that are protecting the shoreline. And then it's gonna go out and there's gonna be some stairs going down to the water. A lot of folks, we have all these rocks along the shoreline. Just want to make sure that all letters to appropriate authorities like the EC, Office of General Services, need to come for, ensure all those applications are in. But we did get their conservation corridor development. That's on the agenda. And I think this one was confusing. On the west side of Farmertown Line Road. The applicant wants to sell lot 9 to Brighton Farms. It consists of a little over 41 acres. And then there were several lots that could be combined. But in any case, there's still some things that have to be submitted, so this regional subdivision, when it's been combined, so that subdivision is dissolved, so I'm not sure to when this has been adjourned until the new meeting is set up, so no motions were made on that. And that's it for planning.
Woo-hoo! Well, we had a rip-roaring time at the Fish Advisory Board. We have a whole $22 left in our budget. The Regional Dredging Council that is trying to come up with money in a time frame to have Arundecoit Bay, Braddock Bay, Sandy Creek, and Long Pond outlet dredged. Where they're right at now is they are doing a economic data study, the pros versus the negativity, or pro effects and negative effects of dredging these places, i.e. how much is it going to benefit the areas being
It's
dredged.
a local council, like Monroe County, is obviously those are only Monroe County, or is it a statewide thing, and they're just making mention of
I think it's a statewide thing,
Okay, and then they just made mention, obviously,
Yeah.
those are the places that affect.
and,
Are they aware that the yacht club, so the yacht club is dredging Sandy
It's a
Creek?
different dredging.
yeah,
It's a different dredging.
So when the last time they dredged Sandy Creek, they brought in, like, that was the first time I ever seen that much equipment brought in. And they were literally paid to, I mean, take a significant amount of material out of there.
right,
What think of the yacht club just making themselves a channel to get,
yes,
as opposed to somebody going in and really doing some like heavy maintenance and like, they were there for days dredging, as opposed to, we just need to get ourselves.
yeah.
You know what I mean, so.
This one's supposed to come way up to the DEC ranks. And get that area in there dredged out. So, but, the way it is supposed to work is they're gonna figure out what the cost is to have all of it dredged out. And then between state funds, they're gonna come up with how much each town is gonna have to pay to have their portion dredged. So, still waiting on that. So we'll see what that happens. We also had a visit from Mr. Peter Platt, from Accountable Digital. He's the one that is running our advertising campaign. And we got a very late start this year, but it went through August. So that was kind of interesting. We had 177 more hits than last year looking for guides and charters. And we had a 40% increase in people looking for other types of services, which we don't have anything more of. So the project now is to come up with more things that people would look for, such as lodging and boat ramps and kayak points to put in their kayaks, restaurants, when they come up, places to camp and things like that. So that's kind of what we're looking to add into it. And that was that.
So the new regional guys sit in there?
Pardon?
Is the new DEC regional
Yes,
guys in there?
and here's what he came.
I just met him, I don't remember what his name is unfortunately.
Yeah,
It didn't stick with me. I'm bad with that.
I can't remember. Where is it? Oh, here it is. They're still working on landowners and asking for access to the different creeks around, not only Sandy, but Irondequoit and different things to get people access. They are going to do a new study for Sodas Bay and Irondequoit Bay. It's gonna start next spring, and they are going to study walleyes. And what they are going to do is what they've done with salmon in the past. They're gonna stick freezers around at different places, and they want you to take the head and bring it in and drop it off, put it in the freezer. And so,
Does that mean they're tagging them?
I don't know if they're tagged, because he didn't mention them being,
So they just want
tagged.
transfer
I think they're
genetic
looking at
reasons?
growth right now and reproductive stuff. So, they can go in and take the, I think it's the ear bones of the fish,
Then they can age them.
age them, and
They know when it was, they can figure out if it's a stock fish. I don't know if they stock or those are all wild.
they're wild, yeah. So they
Genetically, they can go.
Yeah. They do a DNA analysis.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting, and, since I like belly or walleyes, well, that would be a very good thing to start into. Now with my big boat going bye-bye. Okay, that was it for the Fish Advisory Board. Turning to the EMC, we had a speaker from the Genesee Valley Audubon Society come in and talk. And what they're interested in is of course saving the birds and restoring habitat. And they had some pretty interesting statistics. 1 in 4 birds have disappeared since the 1970s. And that represents 2.9 billion birds that are gone. And most of them are gone bye-bye because of outdoor kitties. And the second largest one was window strikes. They figure that about 19% of birds that are dead are due to window strikes. And because bird sees a reflection on the window of the trees and stuff where they see a bright light and they fly into it. And then they're break their necks, they're severely damaged, and an outdoor kitty comes along, eat it. And so that was pretty interesting. The estimate on birds that die from window strikes is 1.28 to 3.46 billion birds a year die from,
That's it, we were right.
huh?
Hopefully.
No, that's New York State.
So the 2 point something billion number, is that just Genesee County or this area?
No, it's New, or it's
Because 19% of that number. is
North America. So, yeah, it's a bunch of birdies. Of that, 1.28 billion that die a year, 44% are from homes, 56 are from to 3-story high rises, and it was surprising because the absolutely skyscraper things that go up, they said that the bird strikes were very, very minimal. And it's like, huh,
Well, they're probably not real birds. They're
Yeah.
houses in my house.
um,
I have some of them.
it was interesting that, oh, where I lose my notes here. That, 70 to 80% of the birds that migrate at night. And, that's where they see the light shining in the, windows, and they run into them. So there are bunches of things that they would like you to do in the spring from 1st of April to the 31st of May, and in the fall from 15 August to 15 November, and to turn your night lights off and to dim things in your windows. If you have to have an outdoor light, they ask that you get a fixture that reflects the light down to the ground instead of up or out. There are many, many different coatings you can put on your windows. And they have to be in a grid of 2 by 4 inches. 2 inches vertical and 4 inches vertical. But you can find a lot of this information, of course, on the Audubon Society's email. Another email is birdsavers.com. It's got ways to put up window things. Featherfriendly.com is another email, and collideescape.org. And believe it or not, they have very specific tape called ABC tape that they put on the windows. If you go in and put things like butterflies and stuff up on your windows and stuff, it has to be a massive. It's like my truck windows coming out of the doctor's office after they get their stickers. But they gotta be 2 inches apart, and bunches of them. So, you wanna decorate your windows, that's cool.
What were the dates to do that?
The dates
That you gave?
for spring are the 1st of April through May 31st is major migration time, and 15 August through November 15th in the fall. And they said if we do that, that'll help save a lot of birds. So that was all for that. We'll move right along to Mr. Westcott. What do you have for us, brother?
Town board, I guess the first thing I'll go through, the September 24th meeting, there was approval of local law that basically just kind of updated the shoreline residential district and zoning laws that were attached to it. So Don't ask me exactly what the old laws were and what exactly was changed, but there was a lot of mention of, lot sizes and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So, that was an update that was done, with that local law. And then October 14th, there was some people that spoke up during the public forum. They were talking a little bit about crime and some things that have been happening here locally. The town hall here had some incidents. We talked about it earlier with one of our trees that was damaged, and Halloween decorations and stuff. By the sounds of it, it sounds like they know exactly who it was, who the kids are. They fessed up to it, and they're doing some, I don't know, they're gonna help out and
Community service.
do some community service, so hopefully that's rectified and corrections are made, but I'm sure it will be an ongoing thing.
We just had some stuff over the weekend, Halloween decorations, not here, but down at work school houses.
Oh, yeah, I mean,
It's all the same kids.
oh, great. So, and that's all.
Yeah, they came to the town hall about 11:30, they just got up in the morning. They didn't go to school at all or nothing, so. One kid said he missed the bus because he was tying his shoes,
Oh.
and he just went back to bed.
I like that.
In the
Tying my
meantime,
shoe.
tore down the.
One had an ankle monitor, and that's how the cops knew where they were.
Wow.
And they still, nothing happened to them.
Right, apparently they had a bunch of videos, local stuff, like Ring cameras and stuff, there locally, and saw kids doing things, and they handed stuff over to the police, and for some reason, that's not
They were
usable.
throwing garbage cans against people's houses. on
Yeah,
their
it's creating some
school
damage, yeah. I don't know how video evidence, because it's not clear enough, I'm sure is what it is. You can't identify the people.
Because I met the cops here and they basically asked me if there was cameras and I said, well, there is a couple. They go, well, to be honest, it doesn't matter, we're not gonna do anything about it except file a report.
Right, there's the other issue.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you go.
Are there any, like mentor programs or like youth programs that are available for these kids where they could?
Well, two of them were in football and they quit that because they said it wasn't exciting enough.
That was your suggestion.
We need to get it in order.
And
And they're hard.
Kids.
Mom was here on one of them and said, what do you want me to do? He does what he wants.
It's tough,
Yeah.
without consequence.
Alrighty, Mr. Martin, what do you have for us, brother?
Very light month for the zoning board. There were 2 agenda items and 1 public hearing. The public hearing was for 32 Countryside Drive, requesting to a area setback variance to build a porch. They needed a variance of 5.5 feet. That was approved. They're in the RM zoning district. And the 2 agenda items were coastal erosion hazard permits, as we previously mentioned, the 722 Tucker Lane to build the dock. That coastal erosion hazard area permit was approved. As mentioned, there's a similar dock down the way, and their construction is not going to impact the shorefront. The one down the way, I guess they had major changes to the shorefront as part of building that dock, whereas this one is just going over the existing rock wall shorefront. The other coastal erosion hazard area permit request was at 5882 West Watoma Beach Road. And this is to put up a fence to keep the dog on the property out of the water and out of the neighbors' yards. That coastal erosion hazard area permit was approved. They may also seek a variance to modify the type of fence that is required. Right now, it has to be an ornamental fence, so either the metal or a vinyl fence that is less than 50% capacity. And they may seek to change that to a chain link fence based on the cost in the area. that one was also, or that coastal erosion hazard area permit was approved. They may go back to the zoning board for the other approvals.
All right, was that it? Janine, do you have anything from the Friends or Hamlin Beach?
I did. Camping closed on October 13th, the Monday after the Columbus weekend. And so now there is no entrance fee to enter the park until that stuff picks up again in mid-May. Camping resumes. On Saturday, October 25th, we will have a kitchen ceremony on Moscow Road for the historic marker that they set up. During prison war.
Right.
So it's one of those,
Right.
signs.
Cool.
Right on Moscow Road. And Ed Evans was there and he was recognized for his contributions because he was the one who kind of led the whole
Right.
thing to restore the CCC site and bring it back to life, so to speak. In other information, in the 3 years since the Friends of Hamlin Beach initiated a bottle and can recycling program for the campground, they've raised over $5,000. The Friends Group is a nonprofit group. Then the Friends Group can use those funds towards grants and other see, we, because of a number of friends. Initially into a nature center, and so far that's money spent includes providing handicap accessibility and enhancing the landscape around the building. And then some of the things they did to the building, they had to, because it's a student, they had to make sure the doors and windows and everything just suit the era of the building. But that's an ongoing thing. Grant number 11 to get additional funding to complete everything related to that project at the next campaign.
There's a new addition to Hamlin Beach State Park. A friend of mine who, local taxidermist, just mounted a doe that lived in the park. She was a piebald doe,
Oh,
and
wow.
everybody knew her. I've never seen this here before, ever. But a lot of people that visit the park on a regular basis had all kinds of pictures of her. Well, she got hit by a car.
Oh, no.
So they actually, my friend was hired and they did a full body mount of her. She's now in one of the offices there. It was delivered, I think, last week.
Cool.
So she's pretty impressive.
Yeah, wow.
But it's literally the full body mount of the doe. But she's very cool looking.
Well, that's sad that she was hit by a car.
It's pretty cool.
Down
Yeah, yeah. So he did a nice little, she got a nice little stand and
Yeah.
everything, and yeah, she's now in one of the offices.
That's pretty
So,
great.
yeah, I thought it was a kind of a cool thing that she had to make her.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
So,
Yeah.
apparently she was a character over there, so.
I have probably somewhere in my phone, I've got pictures people have taken of her.
Oh, really?
As part of the herd, and said, you know, some people would say, oh, don't tell them hunters, you know, so I was hoping.
Right.
And,
Yeah, unfortunately, she got hit by a car, and I don't know where, but, and then somebody over there had this idea, and reached out to a friend of mine. So,
Wow.
It's sad, but it's nice and.
Right, yeah, good story, I guess, in the end, at least, cool way to remember her.
Yeah, thank you.
That was nice. All right. Zoning workshop. No, No zoning workshop. Alrighty. Can we adjourn this portion of the meeting to go into the Hamlin Waterfront Committee? Make a motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn this part of the meeting.
I'll second.
Then moved and seconded that we adjourn this portion of the movie to go into the Hamlin Waterfront Committee portion.
And I think that you have copies of the referrals, they were all pretty straightforward.
Yep.
They're all consistent, the fence on Benedict Beach. 6-foot white line fence. It was more than 100 feet from the gateway from school. It was far enough from Sandy Creek and definitely cheap. And shed on Sandy Shore Drive, they're adding to the rear yard, so if it was in the rear yard, it's all the way from the lake, and it's good. So those are all pretty straightforward.
Alrighty. Does anybody have anything else? Anything for
Do
discussion?
you want to discuss what we were able to purchase at Sears?
Sure. Go ahead.
Me or you?
You.
Okay, I took a picture of the bill. But we're in September 30th, about a week after our looked over their stock, they still have a pretty good selection.
Good places.
Yeah.
And they were doing their 30% off.
30% off, but we got 40.
And then they gave us an extra 10% off.
Yeah.
And we bought 3 oak trees, a cherry, a choke cherry, a tulip tree, and some scientific name, but I think it was a type of sycamore, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we got 6 trees, and we were well within our budget. And so we drove them down to highway department and
Yeah, they're all in, they're all watered,
it's a good time.
everyone's doing well but the one.
The one that I showed you the picture of, I got, I think, just tipped over, I hope. And it was
Oh,
actually
those
good.
were the newer trees?
Yeah.
Oh dear, I'm sorry.
I'll show you the picture.
I saw a picture of the tree.
Maybe a good thing.
So,
'cause
yeah,
it might look just.
yeah.
So, we got them, I think it was about the same time we planted the issue. But I'm glad that when they got them in and we started getting some rain, it was good. So, so that's a good thing. So, we were able to get those.
Those that don't know, there was a hunter lost over in Braddock's Bay.
Yeah, I saw the call come out today.
Yeah,
They were still looking.
when they went out looking for him, they found him at home. And,
What, they found him at home?
they found him at home, yeah,
So he called and said he was lost,
yeah,
and then they sent out a search party?
Yeah,
And then
they had a helicopter up,
Yeah, they had a lot. On my phone, it's like this long.
yeah.
He's gonna hold on one.
People.
But the most exciting part about it is they found a bear over around Cranberry,
Really?
yeah,
That's gotta be.
Oh, see.
yeah, I thought that was neat.
Yeah, that's exciting to step on.
We need more bears.
Maybe not residential areas, people freak out.
Yeah, they do, but
Every time there's one. Northwood through it, everybody freaks out.
So, the hunter called himself in on?
no, the hunter didn't know.
Okay.
Somebody else apparently thought he was late in returning for somebody and,
Oh, okay.
and,
That makes more sense.
yeah. And, they couldn't get a hold of his cell phone, they sent out third party and found the bear. Any of it home?
Not a complete loss.
Uh-huh.
Not a complete loss.
No, no, good to know, good to know. So, anybody have anything else to discuss?
I have a question, Cheryl, for the training, are the New York State online training courses still available?
There were some that just ended.
Yeah,
How many more credits do you think you need?
I gotta look, I went on the website, but the website that I used in the past isn't, I couldn't get to it. And the ones, I did one the other day, but it didn't provide me like a certificate or anything, so I wasn't sure if it's still
Well,
counted.
we do have ones, boot camp, I'll send you the link,
Yeah.
and it's one a month. Seven on Thursday, and you're home.
Yeah, the usual website that I go on to do, I couldn't find. And then, like I said, the one that I watched an hour-long one, and there was like no certificate or anything at the end, so I was like, oh no. I'll think we'll
And
go.
we just did the one last Thursday, and it took until like today, I think it was, to get the these papers in. I was a little nervous, how come we don't have it? Just got a certificate. Yeah, we're not, you know.
Yeah, if you think of it, you can send me the link, that'd be great. please.
I went to the training on, at Monroe Community College. And it was all about housing. And it was kind of depressing.
About the electric,
Huh?
was it about the electric?
No, this was about people being able to pay rent.
Affordable,
And the average person has to make at least $80,000 a year to be able to afford a mortgage of $80,000. And for those renting, it was kind of staggering because the rent in a lot of places now is almost $1,600. I wouldn't be able to afford that. I'm glad I bought my house when I did. You know, I don't know where the money is coming from for people building new houses and stuff like that, because the average bill now is somewhere around $300,000 for a new build.
It's a much different world than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, interest rates are,
Hi.
yeah, you could only afford like 75% of the value you could have before with the interest rates when we were on 3% for a mortgage. So that kind of inflates those numbers as well. If interest rates came back down, we only need like 65 a year to afford that.
You know that when we bought had our first house built.
Yeah.
1979. Yeah.
Yeah, my stepfather bought our house in 86, 87 with a variable.
Oh, jeez.
And literally played the variable game for, I don't know how many years. Like,
Right now, I think they're doing a 55-year hard because interest rates will come down.
right.
So that's better off than getting a fixed rate right now.
Yeah, my buddy who does mortgages, he said, I mean, that's really the game at this point. Like, people are still gonna buy houses, and really, they're just banking on the fact, like, 2 years from now, they'll be able to refinance and,
Yeah.
have a much better deal, but he's like,
We don't know.
Market
still ain't pretty, but
The
Yeah,
market's got a hold.
a lot of houses up for sale.
yeah,
A lot of houses.
yeah.
for a lot, and it seems like a lot longer too.
Here,
It's not fair, is it?
I haven't heard in a while.
she heard in our, when your Cadillac doesn't have an automatic, does
Too old.
it? Yeah, it's like,
I hate to catch him in my coyote traps. Like, and have him still there. All righty,
they do have a couple things.
okay.
So, I don't know if you guys know, but we applied for a grant for the new dog.
Got that out?
We applied for a grant for the new dog kennel.
Okay.
It's slated to go across from Crosby's, because the town owns that property, because the property that's over here isn't big enough, according to the regulations. Whether we get it or not, I don't know. But the lady that's doing it, this is like the 7th one, and she did Greases, which was like 1 point whatever million dollars.
$10 trillion.
Yeah. And we also applied for a grant for an attachment to this, because of our other grant got denied for the new town hall, for a multi-use building, community center that will be on the side over here, hopefully. That'll be a few years away. And we also applied for a grant for a new pavilion out in somewhere on the other side of, like, the right side of the tennis courts and all that. So, and that'll have a full kitchen, room for 100, stuff like that, so. And then it'll make that money back, because it'll be rented out and stuff. And that's all I got.
When did the changes for the dog now? That's
So they,
quick, right?
when they, yeah, it has to be, everything has to be signed by the end of next year,
Wow.
so otherwise, I'm assuming we'll lose the dog kennel.
Can we do like a local fundraiser or something?
Well, but the problem with that is, so they have money, but we are not legally able to use it. So they have like over $20,000
Or just that,
to the state. It has to be a separate, because they're 501c3, it has to be separate. There's so many regulations to do that.
Right.
So basically, we have to apply for the grant and then have to pay 50% upfront, and then we'll get that back, but, so. But it has to have, like, basically, all this, you gotta have a run for a certain length, you gotta have a separate area for a sick dog. There's a lot of regulations that
Yeah,
they impose,
quarantine area.
and a quarantine area, yep.
so
And that all takes up space, which this other one just, we were trying to figure out, and then the parking lot, just nothing was gonna work.
Just running out of space,
Yeah,
outgrowing.
I mean, they have, I don't know, sometimes they don't have anything, but sometimes they have 6, 7 dogs, plus they get stuff from other towns.
Good.
That's all I got.
All right, anybody have anything else?
I have one thing. I
Okay.
was made aware of on the phone before the meeting. Someone called to say, and I don't know if anybody's heard of this, behind Tops, in between Tops properties and like the dealers is, there's a homeless compound back in the woods,
What?
and the sheriffs had been there.
Is
That's
it-
all
I saw them out
heard.
there with they were on the side of the road on 19, and they were going back in there.
Okay,
And I was like, it almost looked like they were going after somebody, because they had, the girl had the gun drawn. And I'm like,
Really?
and then there was a guy walking through the weeds, and he was going like this to the cops. And I'm like, well, now that you said that, he did look a little rough.
so I just
So
heard
behind
that.
Tops, you're saying?
In between the rear Tops and where dealers.
So did they find it when, because the dealers were doing that area? Is that?
Dealers just found out about it. Yeah, so, but I went on your map and I didn't see anything, because it's all trees, it's all foliage, so you can't really see down,
Did they say how many people?
no. They were calling to see if I had heard, and I said, yeah, this is.
That's interesting.
I'm just the building inspector, they don't have any houses back there.
They didn't pull permits.
I can't check what my nails are.
Yeah.
Right,
I don't expect
Huh.
but that's something else that,
Wow.
come to.
How much area is back there?
That's a good little,
There's a decent amount, but dealers have started that other addition
Right.
already, so, I mean, they're coming, you know, they were coming towards 19, so I don't know.
How long have they been there? It's gonna be a daughter's thing.
Nobody know, yeah, nobody knows.
Who
It
knows?
was just brought to light like today, so.
Oh dear,
Good.
okay.
Did you find out about it?
Nobody called me and asked me about it.
Okay.
Like, and I'm not, I didn't hear, I didn't get any calls.
What are they gonna do about it?
so was
That's
that,
a good question,
I didn't know.
because you know, when they
So they got-
go in and drag them people out, that's gonna be all over the news.
Hammer that on the news.
are they saying they're on Bealers, or are they on this, town
They
property?
think they're on town property, they think, but they're not sure if also could be.
Gotcha, but back there
No
somewhere.
one's saying anything as of yet.
Oh, there, no, you said
I don't even know.
it's wooded, maybe you can.
Say you get paid to have a thermal drone, but there's not many people that have them there, so they, I
Yeah.
guess they're not really legal for.
The sheriff's got
I
it. Oh,
think
I
that
think
is-
they throw it up
The
there.
sheriff's issue. Yeah,
Well, we'll figure it out.
yeah. But I just want to bring, just let you know in case you hear anything about it.
Well, well, Rick can go out there after the
Rick goes
meeting.
along.
Where's the phone? Wrapped
It's
up.
got a big flashlight in this truck.
Right, there you go, yeah, put on his rubber boots and
Yeah, there you go.
see what's going on.
It's a follow-up to what Steve was talking about, prices of homes.
Yeah, yeah, right. There's your home.
Squatter.
We're homeless.
Okay, we
What,
have
a
a.
tent?
We'll choose for 10 now.
Oh,
We have
goodness.
adjournment, you adjourn.
Pardon?
Would you like to adjourn?
Yeah, I'd kinda like that. Now, a motion with your please.
Second,
Been moved and seconded, we adjourn, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Woo-hoo.
there's, you're missing somebody.
Yeah, get ready done,
Oh,
yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
I just, it was part of the paper.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Thank you.
Just wanted to point it out.
I appreciate
See you
it.
later.
Good night.
To come and.
Bye, everybody, drive safe.
Sit closer.
Sure, there's a
Somebody
big
just
fire.
said,
I
oh,
don't think I was gonna be there.
No, if, as long as there's somebody else home, he's
I
there.
know,
Sure.
yeah, exactly.
No.
No,
Bye, guys, have a good one.
Dealer.
whole dealer did.
Yep,